Hey guys, Addict Cyclist here with a breakdown of my experiences with Tubeless Road, and kind of wanted to share my experience and trials and tribulations here. So as soon as Tubeless Road came out, I embraced it. I was excited about it. I've run tubeless on my mountain bike for years, and thought this was a great opportunity to run lower tire pressures, have better handling tire, smoother tire, and I had a really good 2-year run with nothing really what I would call catastrophic. I had one issue in a team time trial where I hit a pothole that was shaded from a bridge covering and blew out the front tire. Thank God I still stayed up, and the tubeless held enough for a few seconds to not have me go down. But that was really the only issue coming up until last year that I had really. So I had a really good experience, definitely sealed some punctures here and there. Got home, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of a mess, but it wasn't really that bad to clean up. But basically the beginning of this season, I had 2 catastrophic failures. One of them was right where the center strip kind of meets the sidewall, kind of like on the side, not quite the sidewall, but enough where maybe it kind of like didn't get the protection belt, and just wouldn't seal. So, that time I chose to, didn't have a pump on me. I had one CO2, had a spare tube in my pack, but chose to maybe try a dart, Stan's dart, and use the CO2 to kind of slowly inflate, which is tough because the CO2 doesn't really slowly inflate, but that was my option. So I chose to go that route, then try and put the tube in and using the only CO2 that I had to get home. So I made a decision to basically do that. Didn't work. The plug did not hold, and ended up having to call my wife, the famous shame call, to come pick me up. So that was catastrophic failure number 1. Number 2, I wouldn't say it's very similar, but was riding and wasn't say catastrophic, it wasn't a big hole, but it just wouldn't seal. I even got to the side of the road to maybe, drag the tire in some dirt to just get something in the hole to kind of plug it. And I do use this Vitamina, which is like a granule to the Latex to give you some added protection there. And this Latex is great, but it just wouldn't seal. So again, I had to make a second call to my wife within a very short period of time. And I just said, you know what? I've had no issues with latex. If they ride smooth, they're known to now be faster than tubeless. Yeah, so I said, let me go back. So I decided to give latex another go. I currently run the GP 5000s on my System 6, my Knot 64 wheels, and I have no problems. No issues this season. Runs smooth, runs fast. They are inflated to 95 in the rear and 85 in the front. Running a 25 mil tire. I weigh 175 pounds, and it feels smooth, if not smoother than latex. Maybe not as comfortable. You feel a little bit more chatter, but enough where I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. So, my friend had a flat. We were out, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, and we had to stop like 4 times. And we used the one CO2 up, then he used my CO2. He forgot his hand pump, which is more ideal to have a mini hand pump to slowly inflate the tire, to not blow out the, latex that's plugging up the puncture. But, we stopped 4 times, and it was a mess everywhere. And, any part of those 4 stops, if we were using a tube type tire, we would have just put the tube in. You would have been on your way, and we stopped 4 times, and we got home. He got home, no issues, but we stopped. And yeah, it's sealed. But again, technically that's like changing a tube 4 times, because that's basically how long it took for the tire to seal. So he got home with about 40 PSI in the tire, and, he took care of that, and it was all well. But that just kind of proved how I felt personally about it. A lot of people say, that was, 1 here and there. But, for me, 2 in a row just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I just didn't feel like dealing with it anymore. So, if you're considering, weighing the options, latex with a lighter tire is definitely lighter. It's faster. And it does feel pretty supple if you're running a good supple, high thread count tire, like an open tubular, or cotton sidewall, or even GPs that are actually pretty, they're pretty smooth. High thread count, but I believe that's because of the multiple layers that overlay the actual previous layer. So not a true 320 TPI. But again, it's a smooth tire. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience. If you're going to use any type of sealant, the type of latex or the orange seal has been great. Stan's race sealant is phenomenal for mountain bikes, but the strands of, I don't know what it is, it's some type of fiber, doesn't seem to coagulate enough near the puncture on a road tubeless with higher pressure. So the Vitamina is a good supplement to add, maybe to any other additional mix. You can get this on Amazon, but you can see here it's just little granules, little silicone granules. So I'll usually put 1 scoop in per tire. So yeah, just again, my review. I'm trying to give real world feedback of my experiences, equipment, bikes, experiences. I might have said that already. And yeah, just wanted to kind of share. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. Please like and subscribe, as I'll be doing more review videos. And appreciate the support and the likes. Thank you so much. Be well.